what kind of freedom is it that we look for in our own lives? I think it could be helpful to clarify our language, to understand that there's really a spectrum in this word attachment. On one extreme, or one end, there is addiction. And a fine book in our bookstore in the community meditation hall by Janine Roth entitled Feeding the Hungry Heart. And with addiction, there is need and desperation. And with it, in any area, it can be addiction to relationships, addiction to drugs or alcohol or sex or money or busyness or workaholism. We all know what that feeling is like. And if we're to free ourselves from that level of attachment, we really have to face it and the suffering that it causes and the hole in the soul that tries to get filled up over and over by that particular experience. This is called the realm of the hungry ghost in Buddhist psychology. A hungry ghost is a being who has a huge belly and a tiny pinhole mouth. So no matter how much they eat all the time, they can never feel satisfied. And we all have that experience. If you want to know what the realm of the hungry ghost looks like and you're not so clear, go to Las Vegas, right? In the middle of the night, go into the rooms where there's the slots and you'll get a sense of the hungry ghost realm. But it's not just there, it's in us. So one description of attachment is addiction. Another, less intense, is clinging or craving, is that part of us that grasps, that's not satisfied, that wants more, that tries to hold, that tries to possess. You know what that feels like, whether it's money or property or the way people see us or people around us. And then, perhaps less intense than that kind of clinging and grasping, there is the quality of attachment. And there might be different kinds of attachment. There's attachment that holds us to things in an unhealthy way, that binds us, connects us. But maybe also there's a healthy kind of attachment, like a mother for a child. If that attachment isn't there, actually a great rupture and a great suffering takes place. And then there's commitment, which has the same kind of glue in a way, and devotion. Adrienne Rich, the poet, puts it this way, speaking of the necessary commitment for a relationship to work. An honorable human relationship, that is, one in which two people have the right to use the word love, is a process delicate, violent, often terrifying to both persons involved. A process of deepening the truths they can tell to each other. It is important to do this because it breaks down human self-delusion and attachment to isolation. That's the other kind of attachment. Not the attachment to a person, but attachment to our separateness. It is important to do this because in doing so, we do justice to our own human complexity. It is important to do this whenever we can because we find so few people to go that hard way with us. So there is commitment, which is different than the grasping of attachment. It is a devotion or a love or a willingness to stay present for another, to care. And then maybe there's preference, which is different than attachment. We have to have something that guides us, and with that preference, there can be intention or motivation, different forms of desire. In seeking a wise relationship to our body, to the community around us, to others, there's a kind of mystery that we have to examine. What is wise attachment, and what is unwise attachment? What does it feel like to let go in a good way? What is it time to let go of in your life? And letting go doesn't mean getting rid of it. A better translation for letting go is letting be. Not trying to possess or control your children, your lover,